I talked about 3 skills of an effective creative director in my last video, and I wanted to dig in on one of them, communication. I think because when I was a programmer, I felt like my voice often wasn't being heard. I wanted to make sure there was plenty of space for my team members to explore and express themselves through their craft. I definitely didn't want to be the kind of creative director that's always watching over someone's shoulder and micromanaging them. So what I would do is I would just tell them why this feature existed. What is the purpose? What are the emotions? What is this beat supposed to be like? And I wouldn't go into any details about how I thought it should be done because I thought that would be stepping on their toes. So I realized pretty quickly that I was just withholding information from them and setting them up for fail. So instead of not telling them how to do their jobs or how to use their craft or anything like that, I would just brain dump everything. I would give them the best idea that I had and say, this is how I think it would work, but to be completely open to them telling me, oh, that's not going to work, or we'll try this, or why don't we try this first. I very quickly learned that you don't have to leave that space for them to explore it if you make it clear that this whole space is ours to share and explore together. Which weirdly brings me onto the topic of hiring. So one of the things that I quickly learned is that for any discipline that I was hiring for, there's an infinite wealth of talent out there. So I needed to find something to differentiate people. And the thing that I really found was most valuable in the end was communication. Specifically, how well do they communicate with me, with my communication style and their communication style? So I would end up talking a lot about their process and when they like feedback and how they like feedback and how I usually give feedback. So the interview process really became, a very quick step of can you do the job? And so many people can do the job. And then a long process of figuring it out, seeing how much fun are we having doing this? Does it feel like we vibe together? Does it feel like we're communicating? Does it feel like communication is easy? So I realized communication was much more just about building a trusting relationship between the two of us rather than trying to figure out who is allowed to say this kind of thing or whose domain this is or who's stepping on whose toes. So it's just that we trust each other and we're trying to achieve the same goal.